Gaming has always been an escape from reality for many people, whether that's from thinking about a shitty job, being bullied at school, blocking out the noise from your parents arguing, blocking out the noise from your parents wrestling. To say gaming has changed lives is an understatement. I don't know where I would be without games today.
Maybe you still wouldn't be a virgin.
That's besides the point. The point is, gaming is life-changing in positive or negative ways. One game in particular has helped me as of recent in my adult age in understanding the path that I want to take and better myself as a person. That game is Nier Automata. Nier Automata tells the story of androids 2B, 9S, and A2 and their battle to reclaim the machine-driven dystopia overrun by powerful machines. For the sake of convenience, I'm just going to call it Nier. Nier heavily impacted and inspired the way I articulate my thoughts and perspective on life. Broadly speaking, this is a game that silenced me. Each session of playing this game touched my soul. Like a motivational video, it had me hooked. I knew if I had the ability to, I would cry at how beautiful Nier Automata is, but I digress. I'm going to be pinpointing characters / aspects of the game that led me to the conclusion that Nier Automata changed my life. Cognitive rigidity means having difficulty shifting your thoughts, behaviors, or problem-solving strategies when faced with new or changing situations, often showing as inflexible thinking, resistance to change, and other reliance on routines. It's the opposite of cognitive flexibility and involves getting stuck in one way of thinking, struggling to adapt perspectives, or seeing only black and white solutions. The majority of Nier's cast is a victim to this, but the two that truly made me take a step back and realize that you can honestly surpass your core is Pascal and A2. Even though they are literally programmed to behave a certain way and feel a certain way, they were still able to surpass their initial feelings towards the opposition based on the new information and interactions they were experiencing. Even though Pascal was a fucking mass murderer, we see how much he has changed and how gentle and caring he has become. But at the same time, when shit hit the fan, Pascal stood on business. Because the old him is still a part of him. He's just made it so it's not him. And in A2's case, her entire squad / family were murdered by the machine life forms, on top of the fact that she's programmed to eradicate them, and yet she's still able to look at her surroundings and new interactions and reject her core beliefs. It got me thinking, if the androids and machines can literally override their genetic code and become better versions of themselves, what excuse do I have, other than the fact it's a video game? This is something I've been struggling with for the past 2 to 3 years, trying to extinguish the parts of my mind that don't align with the morality I strive to have, hating myself, because the more humane reaction is always the second thought, wondering if I'm just a shit person. The conclusion is, I am a shit person at my core, but I shouldn't look down upon myself, because at the end of the day, I'm striving to be a version of myself that I've imagined to be the best version of me. At least I've started the first step, which is trying. Something that is drastically diminished in the gaming space is the art of trying and doing something intellectually challenging now. That doesn't mean that it's non-existent, it just means that compared to 10 years ago or even 20 years ago, there are less gamers actually trying, including myself. The first time I played Nier was in 2020 back on Xbox Game Pass. I died to the first boss, saw that it doesn't auto-save, and I had to go back from the first cutscene, uninstalled the game instantly. Fast forward to 2024, I tried again on PC. I got all the way through the game to the final boss after struggling with the whole auto-save thing and the map direction. I died, didn't realize that the plugins kind of acted like souls from Dark Souls. So if you die again after not collecting them, you lose them. So I lost all my plugins. 2025, I took a step back and came to the observation that I simply didn't fuck with Nier because I wasn't having my handheld, which is complete fucking bullshit, let's be honest. So I logged in, paid attention, and used my fucking brain. Now Nier's in my top 5 of all time. And unfortunately, it ain't just me. Look at the rise of Chrono Sim. They sell that shit at GameStop. There are so many people buying this product that the GameStop is selling cheating devices. Even PlayStation is dipping in the sauce with their recent patent that will have an AI gaming ghost play for you if you get stuck. That doesn't mean it's gonna happen. It's just a maybe, but they have gotten the rights to that idea. And if you're gonna do it at that point, don't buy the game, but load up that OST. Nier Automata's OST is fucking phenomenal. It makes you get lost in exploration at times, putting my controller down just to listen. Gives you goosebumps in the eerie sections and slices onions in the emotional scenes. Nier has one of the most beautiful and angelic soundtracks I have ever heard. And I know bangers. I know bangers. Funnily enough, the music in this video is from the Nier soundtrack. There are many tracks from Nier in my go-to playlist just because this is just so good. The best way I can describe the feeling that the OST gives me is when you stroke a cat and it starts purring. The music is the person and my soul is the cat. Nier Automata is one of my favorite games of all time, and at one point I despised it. The story is interesting, it makes you ask questions and makes you look for those answers in response. It's a 5-star meal in a plate. All you gotta do is get from the kitchen. The characters are incredible, they have depth even though they're only androids and machines. You feel sorry for them, understand them, and want to see them succeed. It's made me actually want to go and play the Dragon Guard games, and I hate, and I mean hate, old graphics. This game is just that special to me.